Okay, right. Morning, everyone. Welcome back to our morning cuppa at 8. I'm Joseph here. So looking at the Hang Seng Index, yesterday it continued to move on a higher high. It continued to stay above the 50 days moving average and also climb above 20 days moving average, heading steadily towards 26,000 points. So as we mentioned, so overall technical setup remains bullish so far and nothing changed. We still keep bullish bias on the Hang Seng Index. And now, meanwhile, one thing that we have been monitoring closely would be the development on the market expectations on the interest rate, right? And as of now, right, what we have mentioned yesterday that it could be at least 2 rate cut this year. If things become worsen, it may be 3 cut. It's what we have seen on the this CME Fed tracker. Right, traders tend to believe that there will be a 3 rate cut by the end of this year. And overall, the Europe and the US market was quite steady yesterday, right? However, we can see that the US market remains consolidations so far. Now, you look at overall the US market, right? Some of the stocks that are more sensitive towards the interest rate, such as the REIT counter, right, have been actually moving on the uptrend. Over my watch list, I do not have much REITs counter, but you can actually search and look for some of the REITs related counters in the US. Right. Now, as for the FKLI, we remains bullish bias with the stop loss price unchanged at 1535. Based on yesterday price actions, you can see that the index managed to bounce off this 200 days moving average, now heading towards the 1585. Now, if bullish breakout happen, it will move towards 1620. Now, overall, so far the technical setup remains bullish for the FKLI. Now, meanwhile, today, we still keep a bullish bias on the FCPO, right? Tomorrow, 10th of the September, will be the MPOB data, right? So this month, market will be looking at whether the productions will be pick off and whether the exports will be increased, right? But so far, the inventory remains at a high level. Overall, on the technical setup on the FCPO remains bullish with the stop loss point unchanged at 4250. So today will be a one full day trading just before the MPOB data release tomorrow. As for the trading stock this morning, firstly we'll be looking at SD Gutri, right? It managed to bounce off the 5 ringgit breakout point and remains above the 21 days moving average. So overall, setup remain bullish, and we can see that the share price is moving higher in tandem with increasing volume, showing that the bullish momentum is strong. So riding on this momentum, SD Gutri likelihood to test 5 ringgit 30 cents and followed by 5 ringgit and 65 cents. Thus support is market 4 ringgit and 80 cents. Then on we have the Mega First, which climbed above the 21 days moving average and also closed above the 3 ringgit and 55 cents resistance. So after this bullish breakout, Mega First will be extend the counter trend rebound towards 3 ringgit 70 cents and followed by 3 ringgit and 85 cents. So does it support this market at 3 ringgit and 40 cents? So we have two breakout stock this morning. Firstly, the SD Gutri and followed by Mega First. So I'll stop here and I'll pass on to Vanessa on the warrants issuing. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Good morning, everyone. Vanessa from RHP Warrant. So today we actually have issued new warrants. Okay, so these are the 15 new warrants. Oh my god. Okay, So these are the 15 new warrants that we have issued. So namely, let me just share with you, namely 99 Smart C15, Binastra CA. So Binastra CA is actually the first Binastra core warrant in the market. All right, so usually we'll name it either CA or C1. So in this case, Binastra CA is the first. While on the other hand, if you have already been following on Queenie's research report and her calls on EG Industry Berhad, and EG Industry Berhad, EGCF, it was actually one of the most traded call warrants on EG Industry. So now we have EGCG, which with a new exercise price. So the exercise price would be 1 ringgit and 10 cents. So currently, EG is currently trading around 1 ringgit and 24 cents. So in this case, we all know that once this has been listed, EGCG will be in the money. So for warrants that's in the money, they have intrinsic value, and also they also have better sensitivity in some cases. All right. So Gamuda, besides from EG, we have Gamuda C4A and also WCT C45, along with Binastra CA. So these three will be the construction stocks that will be mentioned today. Okay, so high mobility Berhad, maybe just pardon me, I'll just have a long list because this long list, right? It's actually quite fresh, the names. So high mobility Berhad is one of the very popular IPO this year, one of it. All right, so high HICD with an exercise price of 2 ringgit and 30 cents is slightly out the money. It's actually quite out the money, but this also indicates that if high mobility Berhad has crossed higher than 2 ringgit and 30 cents, then this warrant high CD will start gaining intrinsic value. All right, so for our clients like JPGCN, NetGate C1, PCAM C1X, all these are actually the popular some of the highly sought after counters. So now we actually issued warrants with a more refreshed exercise price. Last but not least, I'll just mention Tenaga C3K. So yesterday we actually see a very highly traded. We actually see high volume that has been traded in Tenaga mother shares as well as the core warrants. So Tenaga C3K will be the latest, the newest Tenaga core warrant in the market today. Right, with an exercise price of 30 ringgit and 60 cents. So this will be actually very near, very close to the share price. So it will be one of the, I would say, quite a good option for those who actually who actually have a bullish view on Tenaga mother share. All right. So this Binastra CA, Gamuda C4A, and WCTC 45, as I mentioned, they are all under the construction names. Okay, so if you have aligned views with our RHB research team, Adam. So Adam actually has handpicked 3 topics on construction sector, Gamuda, with a target price of 6 ringgit 52 cents, Binastra, target price of 3 ringgit 64, and Suncon, Sunway Construction at 7 ringgit and 26 cents. All right, so this is actually a guide for all of us. So also, this would actually maybe guide you in trading some of the shares and also the core warrants. So Gamuda C3M, C3T, they are actually the older Gamudas that's in the market. So Gamuda C4A would be newer with an exercise price that is at 6 ringgit. So if you compare to current share price, then you will see the share price is actually slightly under 6 ringgit. It doesn't mean that it's not good, right? So for out the money warrants, they actually provide better gearing compared to in the money warrant. So I would actually encourage all of us to use RHB warrant website for you to trade smartly and also to look at the sensitivity and effective gearing that is going to aid all your investment. All right, so last but not least, EcoShop. Today we have EcoShop CR. So EcoShop, you actually notice there's so many core warrants in the market and you don't know which to choose. Then you can actually start looking at the sensitivity and also the effective gearing, as well as if you are very familiar with warrants that's issued by RHB, then you can use the website. And then once you click onto the warrant name, then you will be able to see the live price matrix that will be refreshed every 15 to 30 minutes. Then it's going to help you in, trading all the warrants by providing the bid and ask price of the warrants. Okay, so that's all from me. I'll pass to the next presenter, Queenie. Thank you very much.
Okay. Morning, everyone, and thank you, Vanessa, for the presentation. So today we have issued a trading idea report on McLean Technologies. So McLean Technologies was founded in 1997, and today has close to 30 years of operating track record in providing high quality cleaning, surface treatment, and plastic injection molding services. So the group started out in the HDD industry where it remains a key player. But over time, it has also expanded into semiconductors, electronics, oil and gas, automotive, consumer products, and medical devices. So its facilities is in Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand, which are strategically located near major multinational clients such as Seagate, which contributes to the majority of McLean's revenue, about 70%. So the main revenue and profit driver for McLean's will be precision cleaning and recycle packaging cleaning, which are done in two plants, which are the Singapore plant and its Thailand plants. Okay, and then they also do surface treatment via their subsidiary called DWZ. So its services include plating, spray painting, tooling, and assembly. So they have about 55% stake in DWZ since 2015. And Dufu Technology also become one of the shareholder which owns 25% since March 2025 this year. So as for plastic injection molding, it's a company called VTotal, where they acquire in April this year. And McLean currently owns 100% of this company. So its revenue is generally mainly from three countries, which first one being Singapore, about 80% of FY24 revenue. Then followed by Malaysia, about 19%, China, 0.6%, and others, 0.5%. But right now, when you look at the quarterly reports, right, you will see that Singapore and Thailand will be the biggest. Okay, Singapore is still the biggest as some of its production back in Thailand is shipped and billed to Singapore clients. Okay, so the first investment thesis for McLean will be beneficiary of rising high capacity HDD demand. So McLean has a long-standing 25 years partnership with Seagate, with HDD components and recycle packaging cleaning contributing 70% of its revenue. Its plants in Singapore and Thailand are located near Seagate's facilities, as you can see from my figure 6 here. So this one is the distance is about 2.4 km between Seagate Singapore and McLean Singapore in Woodland. And this one you can see is about 10 km away from each other for the Korak, which is in Thailand, Seagate Thailand and McLean Thailand plants. So both plants are approved by Seagate locally since many years ago. Yeah. So the proximity enable cost and logistic efficiencies, with some time production billed to Singapore clients due to lower overheads. So in terms of the industry overview, global HDD demand is projected to grow at a 6% CAGR from 2025 to 2032, driven by enterprise, cloud, and AI storage needs. while Seagate targets and focuses on 30 to 40 TB head-assisted magnetic recording drive by 2026. McLean stands to benefit from Seagate's expansion and rising HDD storage demand. So there are some capacity expansion to support demand growth. So McLean is restructuring its Singapore operations to optimize cost and improve margins. The Singapore plant, which has 4 cleaning lines but only 2 running optimally, has seen a 40% workforce reduction year-on-year, given its higher overheads. Please note that although there is only 2 plants running at optimal level, but Singapore remains as the profit generator for the group as currently. So management plans to transfer the 2 unutilized lines and add new lines to Malaysia and Thailand plants, effectively expanding their capacity, especially in next year. So this shift is strategic as these countries offer cost competitiveness and higher margins. In its Thailand plant, it has seen more than double the workforce year-on-year, and will also soon add a drying process for component cleaning to further enhance profitability. Okay, so notably, Thailand's component cleaning products, about 30% of Thailand's output, are shipped back to Singapore HDD clients. So, one thing to note that is after the takeover of the new management, we see that the big changes is seen in the GP margin level, where what the new management have done is they double the workforce in their Thailand plant, as Thailand side actually, Thailand production actually yield much higher margin as compared to its Singapore one. So with that, you can clearly see that GP margin has actually grown from below 20% to above 35%. Yeah, 20% 2 years before 2024, below 20% before 2024, year 2024. And they have took over since July, and you see that Q1 and Q2 this year, GP margin is above 35%. Yep. Okay, so McLean has also become a one-stop solution for HDD industries. So there are some cross-selling synergies for HDD ecosystems. So DWZ Industries currently doing surface treatment plants serving the HDD, oil and gas, and industrial industries. So we think that DWZ will have some growth, some orders, okay, potential orders from more HDD clients, as it has recently secured qualification from 2 major HDD providers. So we expect utilization rate to ramp up and profitability to improve meaningfully by 4Q this year, as DWZ, although it contributes to the top line, but it contribute minimally to the bottom line at the moment because of the low profit margin. So once there is more HDD orders come in for surface treatment, then we will see that it contribute to the bottom line meaningfully. So we also see potential cross transaction in HDD's surface treatment from Dufu Technology Corp, as Dufu owns about 35% stake in DWZ. So meanwhile, the newly acquired plastic injection business, Total Engineering, should contribute from next year onwards once relocation and renovation are completed, supported by cross-selling opportunity with existing HDD clients. Okay, so that's for the investment thesis, and let's come to the earnings trajectory. So basically, we think that whatever they have achieved in first half the momentum should continue in second half. Hence, the net profit is about annualized for this year. And of course, because of more contribution from the other non-core subsidiary, which is DWZ and Total, okay, then it will contribute to the bottom line for next year. At the same time, Thailand side and Malaysia side will see capacity expansion for the precision cleaning and recycle packaging cleaning. Hence, it will also help a lot in both top line and bottom line from next year onwards. And so for the valuation, there's actually no direct peers for McLean, as McLean don't really compete with any listed core on Malaysia. But in terms of the service offerings, right, the closest peer will be Franken Corp, which also provides precision cleaning and surface treatment services. But yeah, so precision cleaning is about 50% of McLean's earnings, and surface treatment services is about 1/3 of McLean revenue. So however, Franken is mainly exposed to the semiconductor industry, which is chips, while McLean remains mainly focused on HDD with growing semiconductor exposure. So another listed surface treatment provider will be FKLI Innovation. If we were to see the players who have large exposure to HDD, would be Dufu Technology, JCY International, and Motion Media. Okay. All in all, most of them are trading at very high PEs, but since McLean is kind of unaware by the public, yeah. So so it's right now trading at low PE. So at just 6.4 times FY26 FP, McLean valuation looks still against its peers of 33 times, and the Bursa Malaysia Industrial Production Index at 20 times, so implying a steep 200% discount. So we view this as highly attractive given its turnaround story, exponential earnings growth trajectory, and leverage to booming DC demand. So in our view, the stock deserves at least a conservative 15 times PE in line with the current FBN Small Cap Index once awareness builds, translating to a fair value of 73 cents. So we also, so this is also the variation that typically this is the minimum PE ratio that we typically ascribe to any of the technology stock out there. Yeah. So the valuation implies a 50% discount of its peers forward PE given its smaller market cap. Okay. So of course there are some risks to our forward earnings as well as the fair value. So it includes increase in overhead costs, loss of key customers, depreciation of Sing dollar versus ringgit, and a slowdown in HDD markets. Yeah. So all in all, McLean Technology is an overlooked DC proxy poised for turnaround under new management, cost optimization, and booming demand for precision cleaning and recycled packaging in the HDD and semiconductor industries. So with the fair value of 73 cents, we see a potential return of 136% from current price of 31 cents. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.